Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
But first, a word from our sponsors. It's us. Guys, thank you all so much for supporting the Angry Joe over the years. We would love more support. If you haven't out there checked out our Patreon, go check it out right now. That basically forms the backbone of the Angry Army in case we get demonetized and things like that.
When we get demonetized like last week. And,
pretty much all the time. So thank you to our Patreon supporters, our Twitch supporters, and basically you guys for sharing the videos and subscribing to us on YouTube, going above and beyond. Really helps the show out, and thank you so much for allowing us to do this. So let us bring you the news. Alex, what the hell has been going on over the past week? Has it been jam-packed or
no,
what?
it's kind of a lighter week. We had all the major reveals last week. Everyone kind of but there's still some stuff to talk about. Some pretty important stuff. We're gonna start off with some light stuff. Lord of the Fallen 2 is actually due in 2026. It was a game that I did a rapid fire review it. It's a pretty good Souls-like game that had a lot of performance issues and some problems. The reason this is a story is because it's going to be an Epic exclusive. They're taking that Epic money to get this game signed out. And I don't, we've had a couple years of this Epic trying to do their exclusives. And as of 2021, only one game in Epic's first wave of exclusives had turned a profit. And that's including games like Alan Wake 2 that was, a lot of people's game of the year, did really well. So it's kind of, you're taking that money up front to pay for some of the costs, but it really destroys your market base because so many people still don't use the Epic Game Store. Yeah. And
like Evil Dead.
The multiplayer games doesn't make any sense to me because you need as many people playing as you possibly can. And then it's like, hey, we're going to cut our player base by 90%. Good luck. So
we're going to kill our game.
We
and
got
take
our
the
money, though.
Yeah.
Right?
One thing is, since all the big shows are over, lighter week, but there is still one show left.
Tomorrow.
One show left. It's the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's June 18th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So we'll see if we can get that for you. What is 10 a.m. Eastern Central?
9.
9? Okay. We won't get it to you live, but we'll get it to you eventually.
An hour behind.
Because everybody loves my opinion on Nintendo games, don't they?
I can't wait to get. Well,
can't wait to get yelled at.
We talked about Patreon, so we will probably get demonetized just for having Nintendo in the title.
Oh, that's true.
So that's the reason why it's hard to cover their stuff.
So we'll see. Are they going to show off the
maybe
Switch
they have
2,
another
maybe?
one,
Maybe Switch 2,
strategy award-winning game.
Oh, Mario, the ultimate strategy game of the year, Mario
The
Rabbids.
ultimate.
Yeah, it's the best.
That's
why everyone voted for it.
It's got awards. No. Does your game have an award?
No.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
But what it does...
Not the Strategy Game of the Year 2000 award from the Game Awards. No, it doesn't. No. That honor went to Mario and Rabbids that you love to remind me of every year.
But you know what Total Warhammer 3 does have?
What is Total Warhammer?
A new DLC. And it's not going to be Slanesh. I'm sorry, OJ.
The Kinky ones?
No Kinky.
No Kinky.
No.
Yeah, boy.
Come
I've been looking at actually getting some Slanesh models for Age of Sigmar because Age of Sigmar 4 is coming. So I'm really getting into Slanesh, and it's gross because I always used to. Me and Alex were always like, why would you ever get a Slanesh army, or the people that play Slanesh, you give side eye to you? There's something wrong with you. But now I might be slowly turning
There's
into
nothing wrong with Slanesh. I think Slanesh is cool. It's just
boobies and ass and cocks and titties and shit. It's outrageous. I kind of like this outrageousness.
It's silly and it makes sense, but the problem is you go to a tournament and then you're like, wait a minute, how come 80% of the people playing this army are fucking weird and smelling like other people's hair? Stop it.
No. Watch, the Slanesh players are like the most well-dressed, nice-smelling, sexy people. And then when
business
you get
suits?
into the dark corners.
Welcome to my pleasure room.
Welcome to my pleasure room.
This is my dungeon. But this new DLC is not Slanesh like the roadmap said it was going to be. It's actually going to be ogres, which I don't really like.
I actually like ogres.
In Total Warhammer 3?
Yeah, I like ogres. Yes, I do. fun because they're big ass elite infantry units.
Yeah, and then the green skins, which are pretty cool, and then corn.
Yes,
So,
blood for the blood god.
And then, of course, their community manager, which told everyone about this, is reiterating some of the things that they got into trouble for. They said, look, we're going to make sure the current intent is to avoid creating something quite so big in scope that we can help to keep both the value and the price right for you. Because there was a period of time when they were offering DLCs with this much content that would cost this much, and it just in no way was worth it. And so they're sticking to that. They're reiterating it to let people know that you're going to get the value for your money like you're expecting to.
Yeah.
And then again, they're just trying to do better, and so I think that's a good thing to
Yeah.
say. But we'll have to see what happens when.
So they're gonna postpone the Slanesh for later.
I don't.
It says it on the roadmap, Alex.
Yeah, but we know all about roadmaps and people. Look, I imagine it's coming because there are some people very excited about them. Very excited. All right.
Ass and titties.
Valve is being sued for $838 million.
That's a lot of money.
Over alleged pricing restrictions. This is over in the UK. It's really a class action suit. The claim is that, according to the Competition Appeal Tribunal in London, accusation that Steam requires publishers to agree to price parity obligations. Pretty much saying, look, you want to sell your game on Steam? Awesome. But if you sell it for $50 on Steam, you're going to have to sell it for $50 somewhere else. You can't just give us the higher price because we're Steam or whatever it is. And so I don't think it's going to stick. This kind of thing has been brought against Valve quite a few times. They're like, we're not a monopoly. And it's just like, well, it kind of looks like you are. I don't know, but
you ignorant.
so if you're in the UK, you can sign up for this class action where you will probably get $7, and the lawyer's the only one who makes any money because it's how class actions work. I don't know. The person who started the class action is a campaigner for children's digital rights.
They'll get some money too.
Save the children. From the evils of Steam, but also give me a whole lot of money.
The organizer and the lawyer and then everybody else. But but I'm a fan of breaking up monopolies and doing that good shit.
Yeah, I mean, the alternative to Steam is, and I'm not like I constantly have problems with Steam over all sorts of things, but the Epic Game Store is just so much worse that it's just like, come on, like.
There's not a lot of competition out there,
There's
so
none.
might as well keep it the same.
Steam probably has done some things to make sure that that's the case too.
Yeah, I was gonna make that point, but you made it for me.
The Division 2 is getting seasonal characters. So with new content coming out, all the character that you've had.
Which game?
Division 2
is getting what?
Seasonal characters.
Oh.
So when they put out new content, you are no longer going to be able to play the one that you've put dozens, hundreds, or thousands of hours into. If you only have dozens of hours in your character, you probably only killed one boss because, oh my god, that gameplay loop is just... But
we don't get it.
Yeah. But you're gonna have to re-roll new characters. It kind of like a Diablo type thing, except for
They probably want to re-roll new characters by now with how long they've been playing that game.
Some people probably, but the outcry for people on Twitter and on the forums and in the Discord group is this seems to be something people really upset with, saying, look, I don't want to re-grind a new character from start to finish every time.
Yeah.
I don't have 9 hours every single day to play your game, and so when I do have an hour every now and then, I don't want to play the level 1 content when the new content comes out. I want to play this original character and at least give me the option type thing. So it's not looking like it's a super popular change. But it works.
That's all in the name of player retention. It's all in the name of squeezing every last drop out of it, like Ubisoft does with Siege. And they want to squeeze every last drop of money with the subscription service from those players. So they're doing something similar here.
They didn't talk about that.
Engagement tactics. Yeah, at Ubisoft Forward, they didn't mention Rainbow Six Siege at all.
It
might have been in the graphic in the background. But
if that's what they want, they should have advertised it.
Yeah, it did not advertise the subscription service at all.
Just like, how great. Look at how great this is for you
if you're
players.
so proud of it,
why didn't you fucking talk about it? It's so weird.
It's the same reason Microsoft hasn't mentioned Halo in 3 years.
It's so weird.
Infinite.
I guess it's 2 years. Probably
It's
2 years. It's probably 2 years.
But it is pretty surprising they haven't
Yeah.
mentioned it.
Yeah. I mean, people do that too with the kids they don't like. So.
But they didn't mention Gears for a while too, so it's just dormant.
So Ubisoft has assured players they'll still be able to use their main agents on the harder season finale missions, but not on any of the other ones. So there is, I don't know. Maybe just pick a new game that's not an Ubisoft game, and you'd be treated a little bit better. The big story for this one is Bethesda doing great. They're doing fantastic. Starfield, everyone loves.
Okay, the Shattered Space expansion.
And so they showed it off. It looks like a completely different game. And it's true. It does actually look.
Yeah, that was something else. I was like, what?
Space
Starfield?
horror type game. And so they put up some new missions. And so the new Starfield Creations update added a new bounty hunter mission to the game for free. Everyone liked that. But if you want to play the second mission, that's $7. But
nobody liked that.
but it's actually $10 because you can't buy $7 worth of things. You can only buy $10 worth of things. So for one mission,
$10.
The second half of a
on
mission.
Your stupid Creators
Why?
Club. Because it's the Creators Club thing that they're trying to do,
What,
Joe.
it's a stupid idea, and
No, don't put up with that bullshit,
I'm,
guys. Seriously, fuck that.
Yeah,
you shouldn't.
You buy that, it's gonna continue.
That's a dumb idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the horse armor. It's like, who would buy that? Everyone.
Now they're going to split their DLCs from one DLC into 4 episodes and charge you $8 each episode because they got you on the hook, and they give you a little bit, and then you pay a little bit. Then this is all. Everything is turning into a goddamn live service. Fuck.
There's money in it. Now, there's going to be a lot more fan stuff coming that you will not have to pay for. And then I would just recommend that you do that. Some of the fan-made stuff for the previous Bethesda games is excellent.
Until they put a stop to that.
Yeah, until they start charging for that or they do something. But
I don't know. I would be more inclined to do the Shattered Space DLC since it looks completely different. They're trying to pretend it's a different game, I guess, and actually give us weird fucking sci-fi alien stuff. That I'm interested in. The Creators Club fucking $8 DLCs. That's something I really do think that you should skip.
It's a second half of a mission just to kill a dude. Like, are you? No.
That's manipulative too. That you start the mission, and then if you want to get the next one, the first the first hit is free. Is that how them drug dealers do it, Joe? That's fucked up.
I don't think they give you free drugs.
No, good drug dealers will probably give you one hit for free, Joe. Right, Alex? Gotta get the people.
Oh yeah,
shit out of
I got all my first ones for free.
Secretly, Alex is a drug dealer.
Yeah.
What kind of drugs? I don't know.
Ibuprofen. When you're old, you sling an ibuprofen.
You need that shit.
Yeah.
I could get that at the store. Why I gotta go to Alex's ibuprofen?
This is the good stuff.
Yeah, because you're not at the store. You're here with me, and I got some in my pocket. This is just a horrible precedent. I hope no one buys this shit. The problem is, I don't think gamers make good decisions anymore, and not all of them, because some of them are old people like us that know not to do this. But I didn't think the horse armor was going to start a giant microtransaction thing that kind of like hurt gaming, and it did. And I think people are going to buy this kind of shit, hopefully in very small numbers, and so they just kind of stop.
Snowball.
But, live service games make dirty, filthy money when they're incredibly successful, and I think every major gaming company kind of wants to get that.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is the bones of Starfield are awful. I mean, that game is just not good, and I don't think this DLC is going to make it.
When is Shattered Space? Did they? I felt like they gave a date, but now I can't find one, so maybe Shattered Space doesn't have a date yet.
Oh, good. Maybe. Yeah, I don't.
I thought it was wrong. Well, I guess it's still fall 2024. Yeah, there's no date for it yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's Shattered Space. The thing that Alex is talking about is available now, but just ignore it.
Yeah.
Oh, that $10 mission.
Because I think the players went from
$7, but you have to pay 10.
Yeah.
13 million up to 14 million Starfield players. That really surprises me, actually. But it is on Game Pass, so that helps a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I want to know how many people finished it, because it's like you start up that game on Game Pass and you're like, ooh, nah, I'd rather go back to play Fable 1 than this.
Well, they probably was like trying to do the Fallout from the Fallout show. They got their Fallout fix, and then they probably get ads constantly next to that for Starfield. So they just
you can't even remember the name. That's how good that game is.
Oh, fuck,
what is that game?
Shattered Space.
I was going to call it Star Citizen is.
Oh.
But it's Starfield.
I checked up on them. There's no news story for them, but I checked up on them this week. There's a cool bundle in there. It's like $1,100. You get 3 exploration ships. You get a dune buggy. And for $1,100.
$1,100. So you can furnish your house, or you can fucking get 3 digital ships made out of pixels, and it's fucking worthless.
Pass.
No,
Would you like a new fucking entertainment center? Would you like a new couch, or would you like a digital ship?
I get like 2-3 Lego sets with that.
Legos are expensive.
They are. Fuck. But
I think you could squeeze 5 sets.
I've actually been seeing a lot of the fun Lego memes where it's the 4 panels of the guy going, I have too much money. Oh, my God, I have... And then the Lego CEO is like, this is exactly who I think our audience looks like. So that's you.
So much money.
But if people don't want to pay $1,100, Joe, what else can they do?
Buy Legos.
No, it's Star Citizen.
Well... Are you queuing me up?
Yeah.
Is that what you're okay? Because they
Take
can cheat. They can fucking cheat. Apparently, cheating and exploiting has undermined the integrity of our games.
There was integrity in a $500 million failed roadmap game.
Here comes down votes.
Man, fuck you. You had no integrity.
Over 600 Star Citizen accounts have been suspended for racking up in-game currency. Naughty.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Star Citizen had a massive problem with cheaters exploiting systems to get more in-game currency for months now. Finally, Cloud Imperium Games have cracked down on it and have suspended over 600 accounts. How hilarious is it that people...
Bucky, you don't get the money. We get the money.
How hilarious is it that people have spent like $20,000, $30,000 in the game, and then some hacker comes in and is like, I got more currency than you do, and now I'm flying around.
That's why you can't have that.
That's why you don't spend $20,000 on a goddamn game buying fictional ships and plots of land and insurance and stuff like that.
I will draw you a ship right now in Microsoft Paint, and I will sell it to you for half.
To make matters worse, some cheaters didn't even actually need to do much on their end, thanks to a bug which enabled players to sell the cargo more than one time. Yeah, boy.
And they got banned.
Oh my God, cheaters! How dare you cheat?
It's a bug.
What's your fucking problem? What the fuck is... What's particularly annoying is that it takes more work to not use the dupe, one player complained. It's super frustrating to have to keep storing the C2 at one place, then claim it from another just to try to clear it out from that phantom dupe inventory so you can pick up the cargo for the next leg of your travel. So, you know, it's almost better. It's almost easier to cheat and more efficient to cheat. But they fixed that now.
Cheat is just a bug. It's not a cheat.
Yeah. So... yeah. We've completed an investigation into multiple exploits of Star Citizen compromised the stability and negatively impacted the game's economy. They certainly have positively impacted the game's economy selling promises. So cheating and exploiting undermines the integrity of our game and our efforts of our dedicated backers who helped build Star Citizen. I see why they're doing it, because they better crack down immediately, because if you have thousands and thousands of players that have put thousands and thousands of dollars into it, and there's people doing it for free, you're going to have a firestorm.
If that was me, I'd be fucking pissed, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. And, so that's it. And I got one more. Files allegedly obtained in the 2021 hack. You remember the CD Projekt Red hack where hackers stole their shit and they were like, pay us millions of dollars or we're going to release this shit. And CD Projekt Red said, fuck you, you know. And
you're going to go to jail.
You think that's a problem?
You're going
we
to jail.
put out a brand new game that didn't have NPCs in the entire fucking city with faces. So that was the wrong time to try to extort them.
Yeah, and they said, fuck off. And so they kind of released the files. Well, somebody found some, files and assets in there that indicated that they once planned to have a level or even a whole DLC set on the moon.
There's dangers. There's sharks and Nazis up there.
Yeah,
yes.
Which makes sense because it was
Sharks
towards the end
moon.
of the actual game. There's a segment where you're on like a space station and stuff. So that seems pretty cool. I would have liked that. But plans change when you release a game broken. You gotta fucking all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Pull people off of other projects, cancel other projects, get shit right, put put stuff into Phantom, the other expansion. So, it doesn't bother me too much. I just thought it was fascinating to hear that we could have gone to the moon at one point, and maybe we still will in the future. Maybe they'll move some of that over into the eventual sequel. Because remember, CD Projekt Red is committed to Cyberpunk. They've said it in the future that there's likely going to be a Cyberpunk sequel. So,
just no more DLCs.
Right. No more DLCs. And, well, they're probably focusing on the Witcher project now, the links, and we'll go from there. But yeah, that's all I got. Actually, there's one last one, which is a follow-up to the legendary Disco Elysium. I've heard so many good things about this game.
Yeah.
We haven't had time to play it or even look at it. But it's a sad story here because a follow-up to that game might have been ready to play within the next year from now. And even all the devs, they loved it, and it was getting positive, reactions, but management canceled it and laid off the team. So, yeah. And, Disco Elysium, these types of games, it's sad, although they're really good, and they're a form of art, they don't really make the money like Call of Duty and all these big ones.
Yeah.
And so these are far more susceptible to being canceled.
It's
and
sold almost 3 million
sucked.
units on Steam. I mean, that's pretty damn good for an indie
And I
game.
think that's why. This is a story and a little bit of a story here, because people were saying, well, why would you cancel it? Perhaps this was before it really did very well, and they didn't think it would do that well.
Yeah.
There's
always two sides, because if it's like the whole team got laid off, and they're like, oh, our project would have changed the world, and management's like, we actually didn't think it was very good. It's like, you don't know who to believe. It's like, this isn't the kind of management where it's like Microsoft management telling them they can't do it. So it's like, I don't know. It sucks.
There's a great article here on PC Gamers where I'm getting this from that's a little bit of an expose of the inner workings of the studio. Disco Elysium writer Argo Tulik, longtime friend of setting creator Kurvitz, gave a raw appraisal of the studio and the ousted writers' respective missteps, asking fans to let those still at the studio prove themselves with their work, because this ousted writer is talking shit, and then the guy's like, hey, wait, let us prove ourselves. Well, Tulik and his team didn't get that chance. They were laid off from ZA/UM in February alongside nearly a quarter of the studio staff, predominantly developers on Tulik's now canceled Project X7, which would have been a spin-off standalone expansion to Disco Elysium featuring some returning characters. So I guess not really a sequel, but a spin-off standalone, which would have had some psychological RPG systems with the game's distinctive style, that stuff. So, read that on PC Gamer if you were a fan of that game. It's a little bit of an expose there, like in the vein of who's the guy that works at Bloomberg?
Jason Schreier.
Jason Schreier, yeah. Okay, well, that's all I got for you on this one, but we got a whole nother video packed with news for you, so come join us in video 2. We will see you guys there and on the next Angry Joe Show. Oh, remember, our sponsor today is us. Check out the links below. Consider, number 1, subscribing, spreading the word. If you do want to go above and beyond and support us directly, our Patreon is a great way to do that and keep us running. It definitely forms the backbone here, and thank you so much for the support over the years and many more years to come, and I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.